12 Days for Happiness. Happiness is a state of harmony, well-being and flourishing, in the midst of our daily circumstances. Being happy is a daily achievement, which demands perseverance of purpose. We all want happiness. But we're looking in the wrong places. Sonia Lyubomirsky said that in almost every nation, from the United States, Greece and Slovenia to South Korea, Argentina, and Bahrain, when asked what they want most in life, people put happiness at the top of their lists. What do you think would make you happier? Take a moment to consider. Might it be a relationship? More flexibility at work? A new job that better provides for you and your family? An extra bedroom? A more attentive spouse? A baby? Looking younger? Relief from your bad back? Losing weight? Your child excelling at school? Knowing what you really want to do with your life? More supportive, loving parents? Cure from a chronic illness or disability? More money? More time? If your answers look anything like these, all of which friends have confided to me over the years, you're in for a surprise. None of these things will make you substantially happier. But this doesn't mean that the goal of finding lasting happiness is unrealistic or naive. The catch is that we tend to look for happiness in the wrong places. What we believe would make a huge difference in our lives actually, scientific research shows, makes only a small difference, while we overlook the true sources of personal happiness and well-being. That's why positive psychology and the science of happiness is so important. It shows us what really makes us happy and what doesn't. Knowing that, we can finally create our lives in ways that are optimized for happiness. In psychology, Barbara Fredrickson uses the term flourishing to talk about feeling fully alive, being creative and able to overcome adversity. Martin Seligman, in his theory of well-being, tells us about flourishing as a term related to positive mental health since it implies the absence of mental illness or disorder and, at the same time, the presence of personal growth. For Seligman, the factors to achieve personal well-being are PERMA, the acronym for these 5 fundamental factors, which are P. Positive emotions. It is about experiencing more positive emotions than negative ones, through activities that lead us to increase them, which will make us have more time for enjoyment, increasing our well-being. E. Engagement. Delivery, commitment, involvement. It is the ability to engage positively in day-to-day actions. Even if they seem unpleasant to us, even if they are not, if we use our strengths when doing them, our level of well-being will rise. Our relationships. It refers to making an authentic connection with others. He says others are the best antidote to life's difficult times and the most reliable way to cheer yourself up.
Good job,
Managing relationships with others constructively will help us keep our level of well-being high. M. Meaning. Meaning in life. Belonging to something bigger than ourselves will also lead us to well-being. Being altruistic will bring us more happiness than buying something, for example. A. Accomplishment. Discipline, perseverance and results. Feeling that we can achieve the goals we set for ourselves will increase our well-being. It is the perception of achievement. We truly succeed when we persevere, have greater determination, and maintain consistency of purpose. Sometimes, they are more decisive than one's own capabilities. We must, therefore, minimize our suffering on the one hand and increase our growth on the other, with attention to these factors. Furthermore, Seligman states that we must have at least 3 of these 6 additional characteristics: self-esteem, having a positive attitude towards oneself, optimism, resilience, ability to overcome adversity, vitality, self-determination and positive relationships. 3 happiness myths holding you back. One of the great obstacles to attaining happiness is that most of our beliefs about what will make us happy are in fact erroneous. Yet they have been drummed into us, socialized by peers and families and role models and reinforced by the stories and images ever present in our culture. Many of the presumed sources of happiness seem so intuitive and so commonsensical that all of us, even happiness researchers, are prone to fall under their spell. This is where science can shine a clear and vivid light. The three major myths about happiness that we tend to fall for are plainly illuminated by the happiness pie chart. As I alluded to before, our false assumptions about happiness are keeping us from becoming the happiest we could be. Sonia Lyubomirsky mentions the following three myths in her book. Myth No. 1. Happiness must be found. Happiness isn't something you find, it's something you create for yourself. It's something you practice, not something you search for. Happiness lies in changing your behavior, not getting to some magical place in the future where all your worries will subside. It's attainable now, but it requires effort. Myth No. 2. Happiness lies in changing our circumstances. This is the classic fallacy of I will be happy when underscore. Again, research shows it doesn't work that way. Changing your circumstances doesn't matter, as far as happiness is concerned. If you want to feel happier, work on what you do and how you think. Myth No. 3. You either have it or you don't. Many people subscribe to this notion that we are born happy or unhappy, and there's nothing we can do about it. As the pie chart theory clearly shows, that's not true. Yes, genes make a difference, but there's still plenty you can do to overcome your genetic programming. The 12 Happiness Activities. These are Sonia Lyubomirsky's 12 science-backed happiness activities. The book explains why each activity works and then gives multiple ways to practice it. Expressing gratitude. Cultivating optimism. Avoiding overthinking and social comparison. Practicing acts of kindness. Nurturing social relationships. Developing strategies for coping. Learning to forgive. Increasing flow experiences. Savoring life's joys. Committing to your goals. Practicing religion and spirituality. Taking care of your body, meditation, physical activity, acting like a happy person. Louis Santos of Yale University Development 12 Steps to Happiness. These is the Happiness Project. Day 1. Measure your happiness. By measuring your happiness at the start of the plan, your score will act as a baseline measurement to compare to later on. Answer the following question and use that as your measure. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with your life right now? Note your scores, write your survey results below and note the date here : _. Positive emotions. Engagement. Relationships. Meaning. Accomplishment. Health. General. Overall well-being. Day 2. Savoring. Savoring is the act of stepping outside of an experience to review and appreciate it. Savoring intensifies and lengthens the positive emotions that come with doing something you love. This week, practice the art of savoring by picking one experience to truly savor each day. It could be a nice shower, a delicious meal, a great walk outside, or any experience that you really enjoy. When you take part in this savored experience, be sure to practice some common techniques that enhance savoring. These techniques include sharing the experience with another person, thinking about how lucky you are to enjoy such an amazing moment, keeping a souvenir or photo of that activity, and making sure you stay in the present moment the entire time. Day 3. Daily Gratitude Journal. Gratitude is a positive emotional state in which one recognizes and appreciates what one has received in life. Research shows that taking time to experience gratitude can make you happier and even healthier. For the next 7 days, take 5 to 10 minutes each night to write down 5 things for which you are grateful. They can be little things or big things. But you really have to focus on them and actually write them down. You can just write a word or a short phrase, but as you write these things down, take a moment to be mindful of the things you're writing about, e.g., imagine the person or thing you're writing about, etc. This exercise should take at least 5 minutes. Do this each night for the whole week. Day 4. Random acts of kindness. Research shows that happy people are motivated to do kind things for others. Over the next 7 days, try to perform 7 acts of kindness beyond what you normally do. You can do 1 extra act of kindness per day, or you can do a few acts of kindness in a single day. These do not have to be over-the-top or time-intensive acts, but they should be something that really helps or impacts another person. For example, help your colleague with something, give a few dollars or some time to a cause you believe in, say something kind to a stranger, write a thank you note, give blood, and so on. At the end of each day, list your random act of kindness. Just make sure you've finished 7 total new acts of kindness by the end of the week. Day 5. Social connection. Research shows that happy people spend more time with others and have a richer set of social connections than unhappy people. Studies even show that the simple act of talking to a stranger on the street can boost our mood more than we expect. This week, you will try to focus on making one new social connection per day. It can be a small 5-minute act like sparking a conversation with someone on public transportation, asking a coworker about his/her day, or even chatting to the barista at a coffee shop. At least once this week, take a whole hour to connect with someone you care about. The key is that you must take the time needed to genuinely connect with another person. At the end of the day, list the social connection you made and notice how you feel when you jot it down. Day 6. Exercise. Research suggests that 30 minutes a day of exercise can boost your mood in addition to making your body healthier. For the next week, you will spend each day getting your body moving with at least 30 minutes of exercise. Set aside a location and time, write it in your calendar. Then hit the treadmill at the gym, do an online yoga class, or throw on some headphones and dance around your room to cheesy pop songs. This isn't supposed to be a marathon level of activity, it's just to get your body moving a bit more than usual. Note, if you have physical limitations that prevent you from doing this week's activity, do plan to skip it for obvious reasons. Be sure to take a moment to notice how much better you feel after getting some exercise in. Day 7. Sleep. One of the reasons we're so unhappy in our modern lives is that we're consistently sleep deprived. Research shows that sleep can improve your mood more than we often expect. For the next week, aim to get at least 7 hours of sleep for at least 4 nights of the next week. I know. You're super busy this week. There are deadlines to meet, friends to see, errands to run, etc., but sleep is going to make you feel better, both physically and mentally. So pick 4 nights this week, note them in your calendar, and get ready to get some much needed sleep. Also be sure to practice good sleep hygiene too, no devices before bed and try to avoid caffeine and alcohol on the days you're getting your sleep on. Make sure you get 4 nights of 7+ hours over the course of the week. Day 8. Meditate. Meditation is a practice of intentionally turning your attention away from distracting thoughts toward a single point of reference, e.g., the breath, bodily sensations, compassion, a specific thought, etc. Research shows that meditation can have a number of positive benefits, including more positive moods, increased concentration, and more feelings of social connection. For the next week, you will spend at least, 10 minutes per day meditating. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed while you're meditating. Day 9. Gratitude letter/visit. One of your last requirements is one that research suggests will have a big impact on your happiness and that of another person. This week, write a letter of gratitude to someone you care about. For this assignment, think of one living person who has made a big difference in your life, but whom you never properly thanked. Then find a quiet spot when you have a half-hour free and write a heartfelt letter to that person explaining how he or she has touched your life and why he or she is meaningful to you. Your letter can be as long as you want, but try to make it at least 300 words or so. Then you must deliver that letter to the person in question. Just say you want to talk to that person without explaining why. You could read the letter to your chosen person over the phone or Skype, but for an extra huge happiness boost, we recommend scheduling a time to visit this person in person to share your letter. However you meet up, you should read the letter aloud. We also recommend that you both have some tissues handy for this one. A gratitude letter is one of the most powerful tools for increasing happiness because it can forge social bonds and really change someone's life. Day 10. Final Rewirement Challenge. Day 1. The hope is that by this point in the plan, you have sampled several rewirements such as, using your strengths, savoring experiences, keeping a gratitude journal, connecting to others, performing kindness for others, exercising and sleeping more, meditating, and writing a gratitude letter. Pick one of the requirements from the course that resonated with you, one that you want to practice in earnest. Perhaps you want to tackle the rewirement that was the most challenging for you to complete, or maybe you want to focus on the rewirement that had the most positive impact on your mood. Whatever your reasons may be, we want you to put this rewirement into practice for 4 weeks in hopes of making a long-term habit. Day 11. Pro tip: socially commit to your rewirement. Tell someone about the change you are trying to make. Feel free to share with your family or friends. Day 12. Final rewirement challenge: design your environment to set yourself up for success. Take a moment to consider situation support and brainstorm ways to promote good environments and fix bad environments. Try your best to have a growth mindset. Think of this rewirement challenge as a learning experience and focus on your progress. Changing behaviors is hard, but with a bit of effort and dedication you can improve your outcomes. Measure your happiness, again, to see if this program, and doing the rewirement specifically, has helped you feel a little happier. We want you to retake your level of happiness using the same method you used at the beginning on the project. Go back to the day 1 the Perma Profiler. You can answer the following question: on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with your life right now? Note your scores, write your survey results below and note the date here: _. Positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment, health, general, overall well-being. This project on the science of happiness gives you ideas for your next Thanksgiving time. You can share some of the activities or do others during that important date.